Because they looking at it like, oh, y'all young. If I get pregnant, 18 years is some cash.
I whip it real slow. I get it and go. I get it and go. What up, it's Hugh Flynt, Playboy the Hustler, and welcome to Hugh Flynt's Philosophy. Now, if you've been here before, you already know what it is. But if it's your first time, I'm going to need y'all to bang that like button, bang that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so y'all can rock with me every time I drop a new video. Now, today, I'm going to be talking about when is it her choice? Now, I discuss choice quite a bit, right? Because if you follow any of my videos, you understand that I don't really have a problem with the choice. My only problem is the responsibility that comes with it, the consequences that may come with it, right? And I just, as a man, I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's decisions. That just, I don't like it, all right? If I'm going to be responsible for your decisions, then I need to be able to make sure you're making the right decisions, right? So when? We got to ask ourselves when. Hit the comment box. Let me know. This is a serious question. When does it become her choice? All right? At what point in life does it become her choice?
You do know I'm not a baby anymore, right?
It's my job to take care of you.
Not control me.
Just be careful of the company you keep, okay?
I'm getting older now. Starting to see things differently.
And whose influence is that?
Nobody's.
Ever since you started hanging
Here
around with
we
Jay,
go.
don't talk to me like I'm one of your little friends, because I'm not.
She's making her own decisions about what to do with her body, how to govern her body, and her dad is doing the best he can do. And so, you know, the thing about it is she ready to accept the consequences that may come with governing her body? Is she ready for that at that tender age, at that tender high school age? I beg to differ. I mean, when we're in our teens, you know, we filled with hormones and we just want to jump bones, and I get it. But on the flip side, there's a responsibility that comes with that. And something happens, they make a bad decision, it still falls on the parent. Teaching them is one thing, but once you actually give them authority over their own body, that's the real test. And you're still responsible because you've decided to let them go out on their own and make their own decisions. You've decided to let it be their choice. And this definitely goes both ways too, right? Because let's be clear, there's a lot of young men out there that they have kids early because they're just ignorant to the level of accountability that comes with having kids, that comes with having sex, that comes with giving your baby batter out without having a full conversation with the woman about how you're going to raise the baby, what it takes to raise the baby. Never once did a man sit me down and say, this is what you need to talk about before you get into that ring with her. This is what you need to be finding out before you get into that with her. So the good thing about now is that there's a more clear understanding. So when we teach young men about this type of stuff, we're telling them the accountability part, because a lot of them don't know. A lot of men don't know. I mean, men that are considered grown, 18, 19. So PJ Washington, he was whatever he was, a teenager, and this grown woman coming up to the college games blew his mind. Was probably giving him all types of sloppy whoppies. He didn't know what to do. Here's the funny part about it. She had made videos about finessing basketball players. So imagine how good she had to be to basically say she finesses basketball players, goes up there, gets him, And I'm sure he's seen the video, and I'm sure he had people tell him, look out. And still she was able to extract baby batter, have a baby, file for divorce the very next day, and ain't no telling what her checks is about to look like.
None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really done.
Seen Mellow Ball's dad tell him, I feel sorry for you, son. You're only going to meet modern skeezies. You're only going to deal with modern skeezies. Regular women, they're not going to fight through the crowd to get to you. Any chance you have of meeting a real woman, there's a wall of modern skeezies between you and them. They won't be able to get to you.
If you're in this profession, which you got all this fame and notoriety, how are you going to meet a good girl? You're not, because what you're going to meet her in the restaurant where you eat, or you're going to go to a club where you dance, or you're going to meet her at the arena. So I hate to tell you, you're going to meet a hoe.
Tells him this. And at the tender age of, what is he, 19? What is the other girl? In her 30s? Come on, B. He ain't ready. Now, by law, he's a man. Legally, he's a man. But is he really ready to dip? She's giving him that 30-year-old whoppy. She giving him that auntie whoppy. He don't know what to do. And those guys were technically legal. I think PJ Washington might have been 17. They know that they might have a kid, and they know that they gonna have some money, but they don't really get it, right? Same with females. Just because, you know, their body is really ready, is their mind really ready? Let's be clear, it's not. But even a woman in her early 20s, I don't think is really ready to understand the level of accountability that comes with having a baby. The amount of responsibility that comes with governing your own body, right? And having authority over who you give access to it. This is why back in the day when they did arranged marriages, it was obvious that the female was going to be under this new man's leadership, this new man's guardianship, because it was obvious that she wasn't capable of processing the whole governing her body thing. This is why the father would govern until it was time for another man to govern the daughter. The father would govern until he raised the son well enough for him to have his own stable, his own family. Some women are fundamentally ready and they have a full scope and a full understanding once they're in their mid-20s. But for guys, at minimum, 28. A man that's, 25, 26, you think he really understands running a home of 3? A lot of guys 25 still living with other chicks. Their mom, that's another chick. Their baby's mom, that's another chick. Girlfriend, that's another chick. There's a lot of dudes in their 20s that's still figuring it out. So can he really govern his body? Can he really practice discipline when it comes to not giving his baby batter to a woman? Some, maybe. But most, I'm going to say nah. I'm going to say on average, the very bottom for a man is 28. On average, the very bottom for a woman is 23. That's what I believe. I don't really believe a 20-year-old woman is capable of having a full understanding. I could be wrong, but y'all hit me in the comment box and let me know what y'all think. Let me know how y'all feel about this, right? Because let's be clear. Yes, it does depend, right? Because I know everybody's going to say, well, it depends on the person, and it depends on how you raise them. It depends on their environment, their society that they're living in, and it depends on so many things, and what is the focus of where they're growing up? You know, is their focus to get out their parents' house, or is their focus to go to school, or is their focus? Yes, there is a bunch of determining factors, right? Society, race, everything is a determining factor. I'm not disputing that. I'm saying with all of those determining factors, right? At what age, on average, all right, an average age range, all right, are women ready to govern their body and understand the level of responsibility that goes with it? So that's my thing. That's my question. That's my question to y'all. Y'all holla at me and let me know what y'all think. Give me an age range for the average woman. All right? That's what I need from y'all. Hit the comment box and let me know what y'all think. And before y'all slide out, I'm going to need y'all to bang that like button, bang that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so y'all can rock with me every time I drop a new video. You heard me?
We have plenty sex. What's next? Give me neck. No. She's a team player. Love how she cooperate. Head doctor. Love how shorty operate. Let's go have some fun. We can get it poppin', baby.